Hello, Dr. James Bogash, publisher of Modern Health Myths, coming to you today, talking a little bit about some recent research on selenium and COVID-19. Uh, the Again, just another tool that we can potentially add to the list of making sure that we come out on top of this. And selenium, for those of you that aren't aware, is a micronutrient commonly found in like Brazil nuts. Always jumps to top of the list if you can afford them. If you're not working right now, it's probably not likely. But Brazil nuts are not cheap, but they're known to be high in selenium. But a lot of animal-based products like chicken, beef, pork are also high in selenium, as is things like whole grains. So it's not that hard to get a good quality or good level of selenium in our diet. It's plays a role in some very powerful antioxidants. In a previous video, I talked about glutathione peroxidase, and this is a selenium-dependent enzyme, and it's an enzyme that our body makes that is very powerful in helping fight off bad things in our body. I generally don't recommend selenium by itself. I recommend it as part of a good quality multivitamin. As far as what constitutes a good quality multivitamin, I'll post a link to my article on what to look for in a good quality multivitamin as well. So moving on to COVID-19, it's well known that there are selenium belts, if you will, areas of different countries that the soil, for a variety of reasons, is lower in selenium. And so there are areas that are known to have higher and lower levels of selenium. So this was pretty convenient because China has some very distinct belts as far as where selenium levels are known to be higher and lower. And inside of Hubei province, which is where Wuhan is located, is generally considered low, with the exception of one province within there not a province, but a city within there that is known to have high selenium levels. The outside of Hubei, the selenium levels are generally higher in those areas. So when researchers looked at the rates, the cure rates, and the death rates inside and outside, there was a pretty distinct difference as far as cure rate. So people at the time of the study who had no longer had symptoms and were doing well, those were 13% inside this low selenium area and 41% outside. So a little bit more than 3 times better outcomes. As far as the death rate inside Hubei province, 3%, outside of that, 0.6%. So what's that, about a 5 times difference in rates that had a difference in outcomes with COVID-19. Now this isn't the only factor, but it can be it's yet another simple, inexpensive tool that we can add in to help support our immune system and make sure that we don't succumb to bad things like COVID-19. So generally, as I mentioned, I don't recommend taking a separate selenium supplement. A good quality multivitamin is going to have enough selenium combined with a good quality diet. So generally, most supplements will have good quality multivitamin will probably have anywhere from 50 to 100 micrograms, and your diet now contributes to the rest because you can get too much. There is such a thing as selenium toxicity, and again, we've seen that in certain belts of the area where people have more problems because the selenium levels are too high in that area. So again, sticking with this good quality multivitamin and a good quality diet, combined with exercise and everything else we've talked about to help support your immune system in this current scenario. As always, don't forget to give me a reaction on the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel.